We have a special guest here today who happens to be one of our success stories. You have seen her. There she is. Can you hear me clearly? Nikki Harris.
Yes, I can.
All right. So she is one of the success stories, guys. You've seen her testimony. You've seen her as we highlight her. But today we wanted to ask her a few questions because at the end of the day, we believe in promoting our students, and this is going to be perennial. This is going to be evergreen. So everyone who comes to our mentorship membership program, they will in fact be able to see this and be able to patronize what you're doing, and we'll make sure we leave them with the proper link. So, end of the day, Nikki Harris, as we get started with this, first thing we want to ask you is what, how did you come up with the decision to start your own travel business, Therapeutic Guide? That's the book. We'll get to that in a minute. But what made you go into the travel agency business?
I've always wanted to travel, and it's always been in the back of my mind about traveling. And it was a suggestion that was during church saying that we need a travel agent, and it just clicked. And that day, that evening after church, I implemented that immediately. I found out what I needed to do to become a travel agent, and I did it. And then, shortly after that, I became certified. So
So
it
then, would you attribute to obviously being in church for those who may not be accustomed to that background? Would you also attribute that your ability to hear an idea and implement it? Would you attribute that to the programs and mentorship programs that you perhaps been involved up until that point?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I never understood what having a mentor or how impactful having a mentor could be in my life. And when I got one, I mean, it just everything has just started to click for me.
Well, you're truly kind, and we definitely appreciate that. And so, if I were to ask you, what are some of the tenets that in this piece, because it's to my understanding that you're not only a travel agent, but you're an author now. You wrote a book, and I think behind you is an image of that book, and it's your therapeutic guide to revealing stress or relieving stress through travel. What are one of the let's just give them one. What may be one of the main things that you address in the book that you think our listeners need to hear?
Basically how to deal with stress through travel, just what's in the title. It's giving you different ideas and things of how to cope with and how to deal with and relieve that stress in your life. Um, we deal with stress on a daily basis, whether it's work, whether it's dealing with family, etc. But we really don't know how to relieve it. We don't have that idea. And travel is one of those main ideas that will help going to different places, um, dealing with different cultures and things of that nature that helps to relieve that stress.
That's amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you don't understand, we have a mentorship membership where we just launched this, and we have 10 members already who are coming in since the beginning of the year. And I just want to show you all that the members of it, there it is right there. There it is right there. I believe my book is ready. Can you tell me what to do? And even right there, you all, in mentorship, we are hands-on. And so she can ask questions. They go into the private Facebook group. They get compliments. They get words of encouragement from all the members. And her book right there, I'm gonna tell you all right now, it is a good work. I read it myself, and I'm just gonna be serious with you. We see other people liking it, and oh yeah, we see the congrats and all that. And then some of the people actually went and bought the book. But in terms of finding serenity, she's one who makes the moves. And it's important that you all know that if you make the moves and you follow what we're doing, it will work. So, Nikki Harris, if I were to ask you now, how do we find you? What is your information? Of course, we'll link it in the description below, those of you watching this on some of our platforms, but just tell the people, how can they find you even now?
My business page, Gap Life Travels, on Facebook, also on Gap Life Travels on Instagram. You can contact me through email at gaplifetravels@gmail.com.
Gap Life Travel. So if I were to go to Facebook and type in Gap Life Travels, I would find you there. And so I'm actually going to do that. Gap Life Travels. And rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, she is correct. There it is right there. Gap Life Travels right there, right? And so we'll click on that. We're following that page, and there's our information there, you all. And this is just one of those things to let you know that, all the information is there, the phone numbers and emails and ways to contact. But what I really want you all to understand is that everything works if you do the work, okay? We understand that. But it's also important that you have a support system here with you. And so we always like to highlight our students and make sure that everyone know what's going on with them. And so once again, Nikki Harris, we thank you so very much. Continue being a master implementer. We will continue to support you and be here with you. Ladies and gentlemen, now business owner and author, Coach Nikki Harris. There you go, y'all. We give her a salute. Thank you so much.